about authentically being yourself, opening your, I do want to talk about you being authentically yourself, you being in the full, true you. And this has taken a lot of experiences for me to want to even open up as much as I want to open up today. Come bring your heart in, and the Rhonda Lou Moxy style, meaning just get your Moxy on. Be ready to journal and give yourself space to be able to feel what you want to move and flow and transition into your 2025 year. This is what I want this space to serve for you. Are you out there feeling like you've been working very hard in managing lifestyle, business, yourself, learning about yourself even more, and discovering that you have more gems than what you're really speaking about, and they're locked away, but you may be using them with your clients and your friends, but you're not really in alignment and speaking like all is one. It's time to take off our mask. It's time to truly be ourselves. There's too much. I'll tell you why. There's too much stress out there. And we can't live this dual lifestyle or tri lifestyle, TRI, 3-layer lifestyle, or how many ever ways you splice and dice your true authenticity. So I want to start off with this symbol that I usually do at the end, which is I love you. I love you. And look what I just got. I put this on my desk so I remember that consistently this is what I'm saying. Even if I'm not directly saying it, how can I serve that in that purpose and really see and hear you? And I want you to see and hear me and receive whatever you want. We all have our stories, but we all have the collective of what we're trying to discover out there. And the more that we express who we are, the more that we will find our community that is there for us, no matter what. We are never alone. We have spirits by us that really help guide us. So the more that we stay quiet and flow in action that way, the more we will get that stuff done, the more the money flow will come to you, the more the love will come to you, the more your life will be more well-rounded. You won't do well just in one area. In business, nail it, and nothing else. In your lifestyle, feel like you're taking care of yourself, looking good, everywhere else is in disarray. Your relationships, people that you like to see and hear, but you cut them off because you're so much into business, or you can't really get into business because you're trying to work in your lifestyle, and you go, okay, it's going to come, it's my time. And I know all this because I've been living that life too. No more. Let's create not a New Year's resolution. Let's create a higher vibration right here and now. What exactly you want to claim. I'll tell you what, I'm here for you. And you probably have many more people out there for you. The reason why I do this show, and I've been doing this for 8 years, is because I know that this is where our truth is. This is where our truth lies. In front of an audience, in front of the camera, to be able to serve any way that you can share what your heart is saying that you need to do today. I had a big situation happen in our family, and feeling disarray, like really, really big. So whatever you're dealing with, bring it out there. Something you're dealing with that's really, really big. Water means a lot to me. Water is where I get to process a lot of things. So I was washing my face, and all of a sudden I put my hands under the water. And I start hearing these things about how I'm going to be serving for the next few days, to be able to support family, to be able to support myself, to be able to start listening to myself. If I have a bad moment, how to redirect myself to know you're in the serving space. You are going to get exhausted, but listen to what your exhaustion is. Get yourself back into alignment. And I got that all just by putting my hands underwater. What do you do to tap into who you are? Not just what people know you for. We're talking authentically, that you're ready to truly step into that. If you're not, it's okay. Let's open up another door. Let's open the door a little bit more. Let's explode and open up. It doesn't matter, because what you do moving forward is what you're ready to do. Even the steps back mean you're moving forward if you do not blame and shame yourself. The steps back are you taking a rest and listening to yourself. And the more that you listen to you and the flow and the essence of why you are here, you'll get that information. So you got to be quiet and be ready for action. I have these plaques behind me right here, and these got created 1, 2, and 3 based on words that were coming to me. And I know that we need freedom, safety, and healing. You may not be able to read this. I want to tell you, each pillar gives steps to how you can get to each spot. I want more freedom in my life. I want more safety. I want to feel more healing in my body, in my life, so I don't hide anymore. I created this because I started loving myself more, and I didn't know what that meant. When I started hearing and listening those 60,000, 70,000 words we say to ourselves every day, 80% is known to be negative. Unless you keep breaking those synapses and rebuilding your wiring of your computer that you have as your brain, that you're going to start hearing these things. And I just knew that I had these words that were coming out and I didn't know what they were. Do you have these words, or do you have these numbers, or just like this feeling, this vibe that's just coming at you, but you don't know what it is, but you just start listening to it, or you haven't been listening to it? That's how I created this. I didn't create this through the mind saying, I'm going to build this, then I'm going to do that. But once this got built, and I'll tell you more about what this is, because this is about life, this is about listening and moving forward, is that I started coaching my clients on there, like, what are your words? What are the things that you're hearing? And we started talking about, well, what can you do with this? And we've gotten so many things about helping people in coaching programs, helping yourself work yourself through the freedom pillar, so that by the time you're done those 5 steps, because there's 5 levels till you get up to freedom, which is the top of the pier right here. Safety. All these 5 words are 5 steps and definitions that we create within ourselves to get to each pillar. And then you're on Wake Up and Heal Your Moxy, Sexy, Wealthy Life and Business. Let's take a moment, take a step back. Question for you. And get your tenacity, your excitement going of your potential for today. So as you breathe in, give yourself space to breathe. Give yourself space to exhale, to allow things to be. Be. So as you get more quiet, at first you probably start hearing these things, and they're not going to be so positive, and that's why we don't slow down. Or we feel uncomfortable. We can't hear the words yet because our brain is just all over the place. That still happens. That'll still happen no matter what. But then you start getting more tools to be able to manage that space. Because you'll start pulling out the meditation, you'll start pulling out the walk, you'll start pulling out going and holding the tree. Holding the tree. Because the trees really help us breathe. They help calm our nervous system. And as soon as we calm our nervous system, our body knows what to do to release the stuff that makes us ill. I've been in the health industry for 25 years, and I'm thinking, what am I not claiming in this health and wellness industry about guiding people since I was 19? I'm in my mid-50s. I took 10 years off to serve in the accounting field as a CPA. And that experience was incredible. It gave me so much insight on how to run a business, how to speak to your numbers, how to look at people in the way that now this industry has taught me to be able to see and hear others. Not just somebody being a number, not just if I send this email out this many times, that I'm going to get this many people that are going to open it. I don't look at those numbers, but in that way. So if we release ourselves from being so, I want to say earthly bound, where we just see the black and white, but we really open ourselves up, what are the things that you're really not stepping into? What are the things that you can feel inside yourself that you're ready to claim? I was at my mother-in-law's house this weekend, and there's a connection I have with doggies. I'm learning with animals, and dogs taught me that when they needed something, they'd stare me in the eyes and they would not leave me. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't have to know the dog, but it would freak me out because I'm like, here, wait, like, why are you staring at me? And it's because they knew that they could communicate with me. So put that in your pocket if you don't believe that. And I'm saying that because I'm getting comfortable with even sharing that. So my mother-in-law's dog looks at me and just stares at me. And I go, okay, so I need to be focused in on Nico. And Nico looked at me and he turned his head and he looked at a specific person. And then I could just feel just what his heart was sharing because he's going through a hard time right now, just like us humans are right now in the family. And each time he would look at me, I could feel that he was sharing that he was in the serving space too. Like, I see you. Now, when we're talking about this, if you have had this happen for you in any way, you know it's not hearing through the ear. It's not like you're hearing voices. Well, maybe you are. I'd love to hear in the comments about what you actually, if you are hearing stuff. And me and my experience, because everybody experiences it different, I can feel what somebody's sharing with me, even a human being, if they allow that space to be. Not try and close it off, not try and, if somebody's in a lot of chaos, sometimes that's all I feel is chaos around somebody. That is the first claim I want to make, is that I can feel animals. And since they work on energy, and they're such spirit beings because they're just working with energy, coming and going, feeling if they're welcome, if they're not, knowing if there's danger. And that's why we have doggies that can take care of people with diabetes. It's not something that they have to learn, but they have to learn to express it so us humans can understand what they're trying to tell us. So if you think about it that way, it goes in every spot in this life. But if you're only earthly bound, and this is the Moxy Style, this is the way that I want to run this show, is that you start looking at your gems. So if you run your day like this, you're going to feel where you need to be, and you're going to build programs. You're going to build your lifestyle based on that. And it's not going to be the brain and trying to do all this research and trying to figure all this stuff out. And then once you get out there, it's already past information. It's not current because it takes so much time. It takes so much asking. It takes so much to launch something. But if you really authentically come to yourself at a higher level, for me, I'm a 4,000 an hour coach. What are you? What do you want to claim? How do you step in if you really are that? Feel that. Not that the cerebral, because it'll mess you up. You won't know how to show up because it'll freak you out. But you think of where you want to serve. And I think of hashtag speaker locking arms. Now, let me share my second area here that's really important for what we're doing out there with Fresh Talks Global Vision. And I want to partner with you if you envision this world to be a different place. Now, we know we can't save the whole world unless we really come together and bring that energy, but that's not what I'm talking about yet. I'm talking about if we keep locking our arms with this mindset transformation entertainment, it's that one thing, mindset transformation entertainment, our mind being cohesive with the heart. And we're getting entertained, we're feeling safe, we're feeling that freedom, safety, and our body, yes, gets to heal. Our world gets to heal if we keep locking our arms and using our vocals. And I'm speaking from being on thyroid medicine. I was on it for 20 years before I transitioned off, about 9 years ago, and it changed my world. So my claim is, I'm not telling you to get off of medicine, but I do want you to find something in your life that's a veil that you need to pull off so you can feel the raw and vulnerability of how you want to show up. What are you not showing up as? Breathe that in. And know that you're going to be scared. You're going to feel raw. If we even go into the healing, let's go in the safety pillar because we're creating safety around us. At first, you're going to feel raw. You're going to feel things open up that you're like, I don't even understand this. But when things go wrong, that means everything's new. You don't understand it. That means you're ready to quantum leap. You're ready to move forward. Yes, it feels uncomfortable, but don't digress back. Only if you're scared and you're like, okay, this is all I can handle. There's times I was getting downloads. And I was like, please stop. I can't hear anymore. I don't want to. This is overwhelming me. I'm starting to see things I'm not used to seeing. Like all of a sudden, everything went away of this spiritual journey for me for a while. And then I opened it back up. I go, okay, I'm ready. We all have protectors around us. We really do. But we as vessels need to be open and available so that we can feel that. We need to know where we can be so we can build our business, so we can build our lifestyle, so we can build our relationships with people. So then you get into empathy. You start feeling more empathy for yourself. When you look in the mirror, it's not your time to tear yourself up. It's your time to listen. Look at your vessel, your body, and say, okay, today I'm going to do a little work on you. I'm going to make sure that I do some work on. I need my body movement, but you're not blaming and shaming yourself. We're going to stop that right now. Hashtag speaker locking arms. Stop the blaming and shaming. Stop it. Stop it upon yourself. Stop it upon others. Because if you're doing it to yourself, you're quietly doing it to others. So we need our own healing. And so when we go out to the store, to the movies, we just see others out there, just like us. And the more that you get into the empathy of listening and hearing people, you get deeper into your safety. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? I'd love to hear. Then you start saying love you to yourself. I love you. You start saying to others. You start saying it all around, to the trees, to the animals, to your children, even more if you have children. You just say it. But you don't just say it. There's not a lot of words that can express love you that really mean the depths of love. Safety. Then you become authentic. You start taking your masks off. You start, and your body starts healing. You start slimming down. You stop swelling because your body is being authentic. It's open to that space. And I want to take a moment here. How's this feel for you? Is this the experience you want in life? You're in the right place if this is it. If this right now is it. And I'm even thinking about doing a workshop around this. Maybe I call it the safety workshop. And I use this pillar because this is where your heart opens up. It's where your heart opens up. Your heart has to open up to find the safety. Safety isn't coiling back, running to your bedroom, running to food, running to gossip, running anywhere except running back to yourself and opening yourself up as much as you can to keep opening yourself. You're opening yourself up. See where we're going with this? I just realized I'm going to be doing a workshop on safety. And I'll explain it in a way that's about the approach in this tenacious space, the Rhonda Lou Moxy way. And the way I got that name was a good friend of mine was calling me Rhonda Lou all the time. It irritated the heck out of me because it meant I was earthy, because Rhonda Lou made me think of like the South and, you know, like more earthy and like weeds all around that were just like beautiful, you know, like beautiful stalks of weeds, just golden, you know, and a porch on a house just sitting there and being. And I was like, I'm not like that. And I wear my tight clothes, my tight skin, my tight workouts. And I was like, I'm not Rhonda Lou, but that person saw me. Thanks, Rebecca. Moxy, wild, crazy, pull it in, be yourself, be wild, find your freedom, safety, and healing, but do it in a way that you feel it purely. Now that's Moxy. The Moxy craziness is more through the brain and not grounded. This is where you get the gems, the deep undercurrent layers of who you really are. So are you ready to be yourself? I'd love to hear. Thank you. Thank you for spending moments with me. Sometimes it's hard to be in this full 30 minutes, but if you get your pen, paper, your journal, and write some notes, I think you have some openings for yourself. If you want to drive and listen to this and then stop and write, or listen to this a couple times just by driving, doing different things, putting earbuds in and walking around, working your yard, whatever, it will open up stuff. I promise you, I've been doing this journey as an entrepreneur for for 15 years. For some reason, I'm trajectorying out to maybe it's even 17 years. I have to look at when I started, because it just keeps moving fast. And I have so many things that are going on with big family transitions and my kids, and they moved out this last year and all this crazy new stuff. What's crazy and new for you? I want to hear, what are you dealing with? You can even send me a message at rhondaliebig.com on the corner of the screen right there. Send your information. Get on my calendar. Do what you need to do in the Rhonda Lou Moxy style. Do not stop yourself. Open yourself up. I love you. It's part of the safety pillar. Namaste. I see you as much as you allow me to see you. Hope that you see me. I appreciate you.